Razada, what was the internal military assessment within India regarding the capability of its armed forces, and how did all assumptions measured up against the ground realities? In contrast, how did Pakistan's armed forces actually plan, mobilize and execute a precise military response to not only defend the motherland but decisively expose the flaws in the India's operational doctrines and the battlefield overconfidence?
Faisal sir, very good question regarding the military assessment of Indian armed forces. I would like to see it from the two lenses. One from the lens of the international observers, and then from the lens of the political government of India, then coming to the response of Pakistan. From the international observers' point of view, Indian Army is the fourth biggest in the world. It has a lot of budget of around $75 billion, a strength of 12.7 lakh. So it's a big army. It has been developed to have a two-front war from Pakistan and China, although it fights only with Pakistan, but it is developed for the two-front war. And they have an aim.
And most of the times they always call 2.5 front.
2.5 also. And they are aiming to become the regional hegemony of this area against China especially. And that's why they have joined the Quad also, one of the basic reasons of joining the Quad. So this is their assessment of the international observers. Coming to the political leadership assessment of the Indian Army, they want to use the Indian Army or armed forces for their Hindutva ideology, to promote their ideology, that is of the Prime Minister Modi, known as the Modi doctrine of hate and violence. And they have the opinion that we have invested so much on the Indian armed forces then that they should be used for our political gains. So these are the two lenses with which the military assessment can be made. Same it holds good for the Navy, and same it's for the Indian Air Force. Specifically to the Indian Air Force, they are numerically superior, they have more in numbers, well-trained Air Force, and the biggest advantage they have is that they don't have any limitation or sanctions to buy the equipment. They can have the equipment from anywhere in the world. They are using equipment from Russia, from the USA, from the Israel, from France, so multi-type. So they have equipment from all the sides. In the 2019, their assessment was that they were not having Rafales. And there's a very famous saying of Prime Minister Modi, if it would have been Rafale, it would not happen. But now they have, their assessment was that they have the Rafales. So they were coming very strong on that. So this was their Indian Air Force assessment. Now coming to the Pakistan response, or specifically to the Pakistan Air Force response. Pakistan Air Force actually has been brought up to face the enemy which is higher in numbers. We have been trained for this, and we have catered this quantity with the quality actually. We have the high quality training, high quality equipment and high quality leadership. And this is the core with which we are countering an enemy of much higher quantity. In this particular event, as you have seen also that we have used the multi-domain operation also, which is another strength of Pakistan Air Force. And in multi-domain operation, all the capabilities and all the technologies are actually joined together to create a concentrated force. And above all, it is for all armed forces that we are fighting for the just cause. We are not fighting for Hindutva ideology like the armed forces are fighting. We are fighting for the just cause, Marka-e-Haq. So actually I think that is the actual reason that we have responded them and have a 6-0.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt about that.